This week on Sailing Kahwoka.
I don't like it.
Whoa. Well, I didn't quite get it. There's a pretty big leak right here in the
It would be good for a push, huh?
Okay, let me get some forward momentum going. Going to pull the anchor up, and I was checking the steering out, and it won't stop. The indicator, like the rudder position indicator, isn't moving at all either, and the rudder's not moving. So let's go take a look and see what the problem is. All right, come here, take a look at this. Under the bed is the rudder, and I was spinning it and it was not moving positions. This pressure gauge is reading 0. So that means there's no pressure in the system. Like the hydraulic, there's no pressure in the hydraulic system. So I need to repressurize it. All right, hard to port. Okay. Steerage. That's good. Green. Okay, go hard to the other way.
Down the coast we go.
All right, sail set. Kill that motor. Silence. And we got a buddy sailboat over here. We can race them. It's always a race. It's not a race, but it's always a race. Oh, snap. I made a mess. What a cute little town we've got here. We gonna drop the anchor somewhere. Well, what do you do when you get tired of a place? Just pick up anchor and move to a new place. Here we go, brand new place. I cut my foot immediately setting foot onto this place. You gotta have a sailboat to get to some of these places. Like, you know, cruise ships don't come here.
Yeah.
Just gotta drag your dinghy up onto the beach like that and stomp out through the mud when the tide gets low. I think a few more boats showed up.
You excited for today, though?
Very excited. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Uh-oh. Might be time to get a new log.
We just got that look. Back, right-hand side at the back, you'll see the bumper has a little tear inside of it.
Oh, okay.
But kindly take a look at it
Sure.
for your own preference, okay? Just before signing off on it.
So one way to keep the hubcap on?
Yes, those are to keep it on because they tend to fly away.
Sure, yeah, those are some pretty nasty speed bumps.
Yeah, and when you hit one of those, you're gonna, you know.
Serious bumps.
Yeah, you have YouTube.
Oh boy. Nicole is driving.
Am I on the right side? Is that okay?
You just go straight. Just go back down to the highway. Don't hit the person. And then... Nice face. You want to pull into that gravel lot?
Yeah.
Pull in.
I don't like it. It's not right.
She doesn't like driving. Even driving an American vehicle is challenging sometimes. Let alone on the wrong side of the road, on the wrong side of the car.
Did you just say I'm a great driver? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, baby, you made it all the way down the road. I've driven on the correct side of the road before, but I've never driven a right-hand side vehicle. So, just gotta get my bearings.
Going to Cathedral Cave, going to the cave.
We going to Cathedral Cave, yeah.
Though geographically considered part of the Caribbean, the Bahamas are technically located in the Atlantic Ocean on what is known as a calcium carbonate bank. These low-lying islands are comprised of tiny, spherical grains of limestone sand known as ooids. The sediments are precipitated out of the ocean water and layer upon layer build up over time. When the sea level dropped around 20,000 years ago on a Tuesday afternoon, the tops of these limestone platforms were exposed and the Bahamas were born.
Cathedral singing. Not that kind of cathedral. Things rust.
Yeah.
And they turn red. That's because it's in an oxidizing environment. The green is from
Are you filming?
a reducing environment. Spider cave. Whoa.
Those bats are farting. The spiders are farting.
Buddy.
The caves, blue holes, and other features are formed in limestone rock through a chemical erosion process. Rainwater is naturally slightly acidic and begins eating away at the rock. Over the millennia, the water dissolves the rock away, leaving behind solution features, creating what the Germans call karst terrain. The boiling hole is hydraulically connected to the ocean, as made apparent with the frequent visits from turtles and other sea life, and bubbles and churns with the tides. Cathedral Cave is now dry, but once had water flowing through it, and is now host to bats, spiders, and other cave life.
I love that when they write about caves, they always write in an underground cave. as opposed to an above ground cave. Like, what? Of course it.
I love arugula. I've never seen arugula like this before, but it looks amazing.
That and a melon from this dude in a van. The red van at the gas station. The guy is on Google Maps is how we found him. Listed as the man in the red van. The farm van. Really good produce.
$6.
Look at these. Croy. 2078. Okay, $11 for soy milk.
$11.
Yeah, how about your soups?
The soups. Each
$2.40.
can is, this is a $4.94.
We going to Eleuthera Island Farm today. We gonna get some fresh produce from that lady. Yeah.
So Philip, what'd we get?
Got some tomatoes and some green peppers and a couple jalapenos for some chili.
So we got 3 tomatoes, 2 green peppers, and 2 fresh jalapenos. How much was it?
$10.20.
Pretty good. Pretty good for island prices.
Not so bad. Farm fresh. Chicken burger. This lady has a food truck in her front yard. Go right in her driveway and pretty damn tasty.
It's called Queen of Tarts. Every batch made from scratch.
We got chased back into the car because it started raining.
Yeah.
Hopefully the rain's all gone.
Yeah, I think I don't think it's raining anymore.
Leon Levy Native Plant Preserve. Have you been to Leon Levy Native Plant Reserve?
The Leon Levy Preserve's mission is to promote and appreciate Eleuthera's indigenous plants, birds, and natural resources, especially its traditional medicinal plants. The preserve is a sanctuary where all Bahamians and visitors can enjoy and learn about the island's biodiversity. The islands of the Bahamas do not have rivers or freshwater lakes, so their sole source of fresh water is rainfall, captured in underground layers. Therefore, water is a precious commodity in the Bahamas. Native plant species have adapted to survive the winter by dropping their leaves, and in the wet summer months they leaf out again and bear fruit. Another traditional water conservation practice is the use of underground cisterns.
Climate change. Gotta watch out for climate change, 'cause it's a coming to a ocean near you.
This tree is mighty sticky. Never mind, y'all, it's not sticky.
I think it's mahogany.
When Christopher Columbus came to the islands of the Bahamas, he found they were already inhabited by a group of people calling themselves the Lucayans. They lived in villages and traveled between islands in canoes made from large hollowed-out trees. Their houses were called cane. Along with much of their diet coming from the ocean, they also grew much of their food. This included manioc, maize, sweet potatoes, beans, gourds, and chili peppers. Many words used today in the English language came from Lucayan, such as barbecue and canoe. At the time of Columbus's arrival, there were an estimated 40,000 people. Within the time span of one generation, the Lucayans became extinct.
I really like that place. The trails were great. You know, they were very small and narrow, and they didn't clear out any of the the vegetation out of the way to make a trail. It's more of a park for plants than it is a park for people, which is great. This is a nature preserve, not a people park. I love it. Love it. And the biodiversity is fantastic. 400 plant species? Wow. I'll be damned. I got to spend like 3 hours in there just wandering around. Definitely got delayed because there was a rainstorm and we were waiting it out before we started. We only had an hour in there, which was not enough time to see everything and appreciate it to the fullest. I got a pretty big tear in this fender somebody gave us when we first got to the Bahamas. All it had was this little rip right here where the rope pulls through. It's like a pretty freaking big old fender. I'm trying to fix that.
Heck yeah.
Figure that out.
Let's do it.
Don't come on over to my boat. I'll patch you up. All right, let's see. How am I going to do this? Let me get it down here. Get at it. Okay.
Sweet. Yes.
Now let's try and pump her up.
Okay. We get to relax when we put out an episode, right, babe?
Yeah.
But he never relaxes. He's always working.
This is relaxing.
Okay. It's working.
Yeah. Staying busy.
I hope this works, Philip. Can it be revived?
Well, I didn't quite get it. There's a pretty big leak right here and then another one down in here, so let's try it again. Just clap the iron on it. Cauterize it. Well, Mr. York, if it's good enough for a water stop, it's good enough for an air stop. How about it, Derek?
Yeah, we got a new bumper.
Look at this guy coming in the harbor.
Woo! Beautiful thing. Beautiful.
Well, tonight is Friday, and every night there at Governor's Harbor they do a fish fry right over here on the beach. So we're gonna hop in the dinghy and go get some freshly caught and fried fish. It's right over there. You ready to go to the fish Friday tonight there, baby?
Oh yeah. I got some hot sauce, some wet naps, and a lemon.
Oh boy, let's do this.
When I get my arms around you, I want to hold you tight and dance with you all night. 'Cause there may not be a next chance and I don't want to lose out on romance. I said we may not have a next dance and I don't want to lose out on romance. Girl, I'm gonna squeeze you. I love you. I wanna hold you tight and dance with you all night. 'Cause there may not be a next chance and I don't wanna lose out on romance. I said we may not have a next chance and I don't wanna lose out on romance.
Well, we got here We were second in line, and then as soon as we got in line, it wrapped around the building. Like all these dinghies just started coming in, and tourists kind of walking up here, and just, I mean, it's still out to the street. It's going to get longer, I imagine, but it's what you do on a Friday, I guess.
Friday.
Fish fry.
Fish fry, yay.
Fish fry, yay.
See you later, alligator.